How's it going, guys? Today I want to do a video. This morning I went on Ford's builder website for the SuperDuties, and it seems like they changed some things last night to make the builder more accurate, but I also did notice some other things that's still not accurate, or that was accurate and now is not accurate, so I wanted to go through that. So we'll build a truck here and kind of spell out the differences, and I got the spec sheet with me too. I'm going to show you a couple things on that too, just so you're aware if you're ordering a SuperDuty. If you guys find this video helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out the links down in the description. I got some stuff down there that'll save you some money. Right now there's some filters down there, some oil, but I update these a lot. So if I come across something that seems like it's a good price and help you guys out, I always drop it down there. Plus it helps the channel out. So make sure you check those out. So we'll go ahead and get started here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the Ford website, and there's a pricing discrepancy on some stuff. Like I said, they fixed some things, but then there's a pricing discrepancy on other things. So I'm going to use Excel also. We'll go down through everything and build a truck here, and that way you can see what I'm talking about, and it'll kind of give you an idea what something actually does cost. I talked to my dealers, and it seems like the builder site's definitely off. So we'll go through, and that way if you're building something, you can actually figure out what the truck ballpark is going to cost you. So all I'm doing is I'm going to Ford's website here, and then we're going to build a truck. So I'm going to build a SuperDuty here. You just go to Ford Trucks and Vans and then build and price. And then the major pricing discrepancy that I had seen was in the 450s. And then I also noticed some more this morning. So we're going to build a 450. That's also what we're going to order too, probably. So I'm going to build a 450 King Ranch. So you just click on whatever model you want to click there and hit start and build. Before we do that though, let's go back and let's get the MSRP, so we can start with that. So the MSRP is $91,090, so we're going to add that to Excel. And I'm not going to flick back and forth. I'm just going to go through and add everything. So we'll just start and build. We're going to go through and pick everything. I'm basically building the same truck I used to have, so we're going to go black. I am going to opt for the HO engine. So this was the major discrepancy before. Before this was the 450s come standard with the base turbo diesel. And before, if you upcharged it, it was charging you $12,500. Well, they fixed that last night. Now it's only $2,500. But you got to watch, because even though the numbers out here are right, watch your bottom line on the estimated net price, and you're going to see why I'm using Excel here in a minute. So we're going to go up and click that. So this one here is right. I know it is because I already did this, but so we'll go down. It's going to be roughly like 15 or 95,000, I think. Yeah, 95,385. So that's what it should be. But we'll go ahead and add that to the Excel sheet. So we'll add that. Then we'll go down through, and all these things come standard with the King Ranch 450. You got your 4x4, 10-speed, 430 rear ends. So this is one thing here I noticed screws up. So notice how remember how the price was like $95,000? When we click on snowplow prep package, it like goes way out of style here, or way out of whack here. So we'll go ahead and click this, and I'll show you. This is one of the discrepancies. This is why I'm using Excel. See how the monthly payment jumped way up? Remember, it was only $250, but down here our price went up by almost $10,000. So this is what I'm talking about. We need to hand calculate it. Snow plow prep. Remember, that was $250. So and this isn't every feature does this. This is just a couple that I noticed. And there's also features that's not listed here that you can actually get for the truck too. So there's a lot of confusing information, especially on the internet, of things that people say you can't get that you actually can get that's not listed on the builder website's not accurate is what I'm getting at. So if you go through and pick all this stuff out, there's some other things you can add too by talking to your dealer, but this will give you a ballpark idea. So we added a snowplow prep. The King Ranch comes with a tow technology package. I'm going to add the FX4. So with the FX4, you cannot add the camper package, so I'm not going to worry about that. Same way you can't add that snowplow camper package with the FX4. I am going to add the chrome package. Now the chrome package, this was a confusing thing. You can't actually get one-tone paint like without this brown on the bottom. You can get one single-tone paint on the King Ranch by adding the chrome package. And I'll show you here. If you click on the I button there, let me show you there again. If you click on this little I, that gives you the information. It'll tell you right there. See, it says availability. If you go down through here at the bottom, it says not available with two-tone paint King Ranch. So that means it's going to convert it to one single tone. So, and what this does is it chromes up the truck basically. But the main reason I like it is I want a single tone King Ranch. And then, so we added that. So we're going to add the chrome package to our Excel. And I think that was $12.50, but let's double check. Get $12.40. So we're going to go down to the, I want to add the FX4. Like I said, that's $4.95. That's basically just upgraded shocks and skid plates. It's $4.95. The King Ranch does come with a 360-degree camera package. Now, one thing to note, there's also, you guys that really know these new trucks, there's a 360-degree trailer camera package. Basically, it's a 360 camera the whole way around your truck. That's not listed on here, and it's actually not available at the dealer either until, so there's a thing called Job 1 and Job 2. Job 1 is starting in January, and in Job 2, they're saying it's going to start spring. So the 360-degree camera system is not available until, you can't even order it until the beginning of Job 2. Now, this is right off Ford's spec sheet. You'll see I got it circled there. That's something I want to add, but I'm going to mention that to my dealer. And basically how it works is the way I understand it is you submit the order without it, and then once that option becomes available down the road, you can add it. Now, they're not going to build the Lariat, or they're not going to build the King Ranch Limited and Platinums until Job 2 anyways, so you don't have to really worry about it. But if you're ordering an XL and XLT and a Lariat and you want something on this list here, you have to make sure your dealer changes the priority code to number 99. If not, they could order or start production on the truck, and then once they start production on the truck, you can't modify anything with that once they start building it. So in that case, if you want something on here and they did start building it, you either got to just, the dealer's getting the truck regardless. So you got to back out of that order and reorder, and there's a problem there because Ford only allocates these dealers so many trucks, so that there's a chance the dealer won't even be able to order another truck because they're saying these are going to be sold out here in about 2 weeks anyways. Plus, there's a good chance if you do that to a dealer, they won't deal with you because Ford supposedly, so when you order a truck, it's ordered in your name, and if you don't take that truck, supposedly it hurts the dealer's reputation with Ford somehow. And if you do that to the dealer, there's a chance that they might not sell you another truck. So very critical if you're ordering an XL and XLT or a Lariat and you want something that's not available on this list, that they put the priority code to 99. But we'll go ahead and keep building here. So this is all the stuff that comes standard on the King Ranch. Power deployable running boards. I believe if you add that chrome package to the Lariat, it upgrades to them, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So that might be something to ask your dealer. I want to add the front splash guards. Oh, I forgot to. Actually, that looks like it's something that doesn't even cost anything. There was no price listed to it, so I want to add that. I don't need a toolbox or any of that stuff. I do like the Ford Tough bed, so I'm going to add that. That was $5.95. Whoop. And then we have individual trailer tire pressure monitoring system. I don't want that. Now, there's one thing to note on this. The 450s do not have tire pressure monitoring systems. So I do know some guys that elect this, and then instead of putting it on a trailer, they put it on the truck, which is sort of a good idea. You know what? I think I am going to do that. I just want to see how that works for $500, and I believe you can sell them, but I'm not sure. TPMS. I'm going to ask the dealer if that's tied into the onboard, or if that's like an external thing you got to plug into the cigarette lighter to work. So I'm going to find out on that for you guys, but I'm going to add it for now. If it's something that runs to the actual head unit in the truck, that's something definitely I'm going to get, and then I'll probably just put it on the tires. Custom replaced trailer camera. I'm not going to get that now because, like I said, I want to get the 360 down the road. But for whatever reason, if you pick trailer, you can't pick TPMS and vice versa, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm going to add the front wheel liner. Now, I have hitches and stuff from my past trucks, so I'm not going to worry about those. I do want the twin panel moonroof. If you watch my last video, so basically the way they sell the King Ranch now is it's last year's King Ranch Ultimate package less the power twin panel moonroof. So I like it, but a lot of guys didn't. I think that's why they kind of separated it out, because without the Ultimate package last year, you didn't get features like you didn't get the aluminum tailgate. You did not aluminum, but the aluminum trim tailgate. You didn't get multi-contour seats. There was a lot of things you didn't get without the Ultimate package. But there's a lot of guys I know that likes all that stuff, but they don't like the moonroof. So I'm guessing that's why they did that this year, and they even did it on the Platinum as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. That's something that I do want. Engine block heater, I'm going to add that for $100. These trucks start without it, but just in case it would end up in Canada or something down the road. So this is all stuff here that comes standard with the 450 King Ranch. I don't need a PTO or backup alarm. Now this skid plate, that's what the FX4, that's why that's chosen. Reverse sensing system. That's something new this year. It's just, it's supposed to be like a more sensitive backup camera thing. 450s come standard with marker lights. Now we're down to the interior. And this is sort of another thing that we're not clear of. My dealer's pretty confident about the multi-contour coming with the King Ranch, and I'm going to show you why here. But you'll notice it's not mentioned at all in there. And we're going to, like I said, we love the interior of the King Ranch, just like the looks of it. So we're going to take a gamble here and order it and hope it comes with it, but I'm going to show you why. So in the spec sheet itself, there's sections here towards the beginning that have actually all 6 models broke down, but I just got the King Ranch Platinum and Limited page. So on the King Ranch here, if you go down to interior, you'll notice it says seats front, unique King Ranch bucket seats there, and it also lists multi-contour driver, passenger leather bucket with flow-through console. The Platinum here says the same thing, as well as the Limited. See it there. Now, on another page, where you're talking standard equipment on the King Ranch Platinum and Limited, you'll notice that for the Platinum and Limited, so the King Ranch is this one here. See where the dot is? But you'll notice the King Ranch says nothing about multi-contour, where Platinum and Limited explicitly says it. So that's kind of the gray area here, is this page here, and then the internet itself. But another thing that makes us think that they have it, optional equipment for the King Ranch Platinum and Limited is, you'll notice it says multi-contour seat removal. That order code 91X, that's an option for every single King Ranch. So this is why we're sort of leaning towards it. It comes with it, even though Ford's not. Our dealers reached out to Ford and no one's been able to say, so we're just going to take a gamble with it and see. But with the King Ranch, there's only one seating available. That's this finish here. Now, one thing I want to say, with the Lariat and the Platinum, there's actually different choices here, but when you click on it, there's no picture of the interior. Just be aware of that. You kind of got to search press photos and stuff. And actually, the Carmelo for the Platinum, there is no press photos, so everyone's just basing it off of the photos from the F-150. They had them in 21, and it's a real pretty color. Actually, before we was pretty sure that these had multi-contour. That's what I was getting. It's pretty similar to this. It's got they call it Carmelo here, and then the outside trim is all black. That's on the Platinums. That's a choice, or you can get just standard Platinum all black with a stripe in the middle. So now we're down to interior options. I always opt for the all-weather floor mats. I mean, for $135, you can't buy the weather guards for that. So I always opt for them, and we've had good luck with them. So we'll add this floor mats. $135. I don't want vinyl. I am going to add the Max Recline seats. It's worth noting that the only trim that comes standard with the Max Recline is the Limited. At the press release, Ford was kind of hinting towards, like, everything from Lariat up was going to have Max Recline seats, but it based on their spec sheets and stuff, the only thing that has it standard is the Limited. Even on the Platinum, you need to upgrade to Max Recline if that's something you want. So all this other stuff I don't really care for. So that goes down through everything. Now, some stuff I'm going to add down the road whenever it comes available. Job 2 is, like I said, I want to get that 360 trailer camera. The main reason I think it's going to be a pretty good resale value down the road. That's why a lot of people are going with the HO engine too. Yes, it's an unproven engine, but down the road with that water-cooled turbo, I think it's going to be something that people go after, and it's going to pay a premium for. So you'll recover that $2,500 investment. So, like I said, this stuff I'm talking about now, though, is only available. You can only order it after job 2. When job 2 orders up. So I'm going to get the 360-degree camera, and then I'm also going to get that programmable and connected Ford upfit system. That's mainly a commercial option. Like if you're going to add stuff to your truck, like snow plows and stuff like that, the new software allows you to run all that stuff right through your head unit and your thing. And I'm planning on keeping this truck a while, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to get into down the road. So I'm just going to pay to add that, unless it's something crazy expensive. That's something else. All this stuff there's no pricing released on it either. So if you got a Lariat or an XL or an XLT and you're waiting for this stuff, you might be putting yourself off down the road for something that's just crazy expensive, and you get to that point when it opens up and it's not worth it. And if you put yourself back by using that 99 order code, now you fell back with the King Ranches and stuff, and it's hard to tell how far back you push back to when you actually get your truck. So that's something to consider too. If you really need your truck and you absolutely don't need this stuff, you might just want to let it go through without it. As far as the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat goes, that way you can get your truck built. But if you want this stuff and you got time and you got one of those 3 trims, make sure your dealer puts 99 for your order code, or they're going to start building your truck without it, because there's no way that the dealer knows, or that Ford manufacturing knows that you want this stuff. There's no way the dealer can add it to your sheet. So that's why it's saying priority code 99. You can actually see it right there at the top. But basically what it is you got your 350. If you want any of this stuff, if you want 355s, unless you're getting a trimmer, they're available now. If you want 355 rear ends, that 360-degree trailer camera, the 5th wheel bliss system, a block appearance package. If you want natural gas propane conversion for your engines, onboard and smart hitch, pro trailer hitch assist, and then, like I said, that upfit system, all those are only available on job 2. So we'll go ahead and get into the numbers here. So if you notice, we built this truck. The total is $100,710. But I just went through and summed everything up in Excel here, and there's a $2,000 discrepancy. And if you remember, I just noticed something. When we added that snowplow package originally, it bumped the MSRP up to $105,000. So at some point we lost that also. So that's something else that just shows you this online builder is just not at all accurate. So make sure you hand calculate everything, go through everything with your dealer, and if really check your final spec sheet if you are ordering, make sure everything is right. And like I said, talk to your dealer and try and get a hold of one of those spec sheets. That way you can go through and hand pick stuff, because you've seen all the stuff on here that's listed for each thing standard. That there's a lot of things that's not on the internet. Like I gave you an example of the multi-contour on the King Ranch. That way you can really go through and understand everything that's in there, so you know exactly what you're getting and expected to get. So if it does come in and it doesn't have something, I'd get a copy of that. That way you got some ground to stand on also, especially if you guys are putting down payments. So once this is all built too, but make sure you take your pricing right. If you do something, if you see something that's not right or the math's not right, make sure you have that too. But once it's all built, make sure you hit, if you're going to order it, hit save build. Well, I think I screwed it up. But yeah, hit save build, and then this will pop up. You can put your name and stuff in here and create an account. And then once you create an account, it'll save it, and then you can print that off and take it to your dealer and go through it with them. A lot of these dealers are getting bombarded, so I would at least recommend, if you're not going to do that, at least go through the spec sheet and get all the options with like the order codes. So like there's different order code numbers, like they're usually like 2 or 3 digits long. Let me show you an example here on the sheet here. But so like here, if you want a 6.8, the order code for that's 99A-44F. So at least go through and write that down so you can go through your order sheet after your dealer puts it together and make sure everything's on there before you sign it. But you can, like I said, save this and give it to print it off once it's saved and give it to the dealer also. That's another thing you can do and go through everything with them. Just double check everything. Make sure nothing was missed, because once these orders are, you can change them once they're submitted, but once they're put in the built line, once it's scheduled to be built, you can't change it at that point. So especially the XLs, the XLTs, and the Lariats that's going into production here in a couple months, make sure your stuff's right, because there's a good chance if you don't catch it in time, you won't be able to fix it. Well, that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and I'll help you out as best I can. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button if it helped you out, and drop any ideas for future videos down in the comments and we'll do our best to make them as well. Till next time, you guys stay safe out there.